This is what you shall do, to consecrate Aaron and his sons, so that they may serve me as priests. Take 1 young bull and 2 rams, without blemish, and unleavened bread, and unleavened cakes mixed with oil, and unleavened wafers spread with oil. You shall make them of fine wheat flour. You shall put them in 1 basket, and present them in the basket, along with the bull and the 2 rams. Then bring Aaron and his sons to the doorway of the tent of meeting, out where the basin is, and wash them with water. Then you shall take the garments, and put on Aaron the tunic, and the robe of the ephod, and the breastpiece, and wrap him with the skillfully woven sash of the ephod. And you shall put the turban on his head, and put the holy crown on the turban. Then you shall take the anointing oil, and pour it on his head, and anoint him. You shall bring his sons, and put tunics on them. And you shall wrap them with sashes, Aaron and his sons, and put the ornamental caps on them, and the priest's office shall be theirs by a perpetual statute. So you shall ordain Aaron and his sons. Then you shall bring the bull before the tent of meeting, and Aaron and his sons shall lay their hands on the bull's head. Then you shall kill the bull before the Lord by the doorway of the tent of meeting. And you shall take some of the blood of the bull, and with your finger put it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and you shall pour out the remainder of the blood at the base of the altar. You shall take all the fat that covers the intestines, and the lobe of the liver, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is on them, and offer them up in smoke on the altar. But the meat of the bull, its hide, and the contents of its intestines, you shall burn in the fire outside the camp. It is a sin offering. And you shall take 1 of the rams, and Aaron and his sons shall lay their hands on the head of the ram. Then you shall kill the ram, and you shall take its blood, and sprinkle it around the altar of burnt offering. Then you shall cut the ram into pieces, and wash its intestines and legs, and place them with its pieces and its head. And you shall burn the whole ram on the altar. It is a burnt offering to the Lord. It is a sweet and soothing aroma, an offering by fire to the Lord. Then you shall take the other ram, and Aaron and his sons shall lay their hands on the head of the ram. Then you shall kill the ram, and take some of its blood, and put it on the tip of the right ears of Aaron and his sons, and on the thumbs of their right hands, and on the big toes of their right feet, and sprinkle the rest of the blood around on the altar of burnt offering. Then you shall take some of the blood that is on the altar, and some of the anointing oil, and sprinkle it on Aaron and his garments, and on his sons and their garments. Now Aaron and his garments, and his sons and their garments, shall be consecrated, dedicated, made holy, declared sacred for God's purpose. You shall also take the fat of the ram, the fat tail, the fat that covers the intestines, the lobe of the liver, the 2 kidneys, with the fat that is on them, and the right thigh, for it is a ram of ordination, and 1 loaf of bread, and 1 cake of oiled bread, and 1 wafer out of the basket of the unleavened bread that is before the Lord. And you shall put all these in the hands of Aaron and his sons, and wave them as a wave offering before the Lord. Then you shall take them from their hands, add them to the burnt offering, and burn them on the altar for a sweet and soothing aroma before the Lord. It is an offering by fire to the Lord. Then you shall take the breast of the ram of Aaron's ordination, and wave it as a wave offering before the Lord, and it shall be your, Moses' portion. You shall consecrate the waved breast offering of the ram, used in the ordination, and the waved thigh offering of the priest's portion, since it is a contribution for Aaron and for his sons. It shall be for Aaron and his sons as their due portion from the Israelites forever, for it is a heave offering. It shall be a heave offering to the Lord from the Israelites, from the sacrifices of their peace offerings. The holy garments of Aaron shall be for his sons after him, to be anointed and ordained in them. That son who is high priest in his place shall put them on each day for 7 days, when he comes into the tent of meeting, to minister in the holy place. You shall take the ram of the ordination, and boil its meat in a holy place. Aaron and his sons shall eat the meat of the ram, and the bread in the basket, at the doorway of the tent of meeting. They shall eat those things by which atonement was made at their ordination and consecration, but a layman shall not eat them, because they are holy, that is, set apart to the worship of God. And if any of the meat of ordination or the bread remains until morning, you shall burn it in the fire. It shall not be eaten, because it is holy. So you shall do to Aaron and to his sons, in accordance with all I have commanded you. During 7 days you are to ordain them. You shall offer a bull every day as a sin offering for atonement. You shall cleanse the altar from sin when you make atonement for it, and you shall anoint it to consecrate it for God's sacred purpose. For 7 days you shall make atonement for the altar of burnt offering and consecrate it. Then the altar shall be most holy. Whatever touches the altar must be holy, set apart for God's service. Now this is what you shall offer on the altar. 2 one-year-old lambs shall be offered each day continuously. 1 lamb you shall offer in the morning, and the other lamb at twilight. And with the 1 lamb there shall be 1/10 of a measure of fine flour, mixed with 1/4 of a hin of beaten olive oil, and 1/4 of a hin of wine for a drink offering to be poured out. And the other lamb you shall offer at twilight, and do with it as with the grain offering of the morning, and with the drink offering, for a sweet and soothing aroma, to appease God, an offering by fire to the Lord. This will be a continual burnt offering throughout your generations, at the doorway of the tent of meeting, before the Lord, where I will meet with you to speak to you there. There I will meet with the Israelites, and the tent of meeting shall be sanctified by my glory, the Shekinah, God's dwelling presence. I will sanctify the tent of meeting and the altar of burnt offering. Also I will sanctify Aaron and his sons to serve as priests to me. I will dwell among the sons of Israel and be their God. They shall know from personal experience and acknowledge that I am the Lord their God, who brought them out of the land of Egypt, so that I might dwell among them. I am the Lord their God.